Hey everyone, imagine convincing 1.4 billion people to agree on one language. Sounds like chaos, right? That's India, a country exploding with diversity. Today we're diving deep into why India can't and probably shouldn't have one language. We'll explore its linguistic tapestry, the roles of English and Urdu, government efforts to push Hindi, and what could happen if they forced one language. Buckle up for an 8-minute journey through culture, history, and identity. Let's kick things off with India's mind-blowing linguistic diversity. India is home to over 1,600 languages and dialects. The Constitution recognizes 22 official languages, including Hindi, Tamil, Urdu, Bengali, Telugu, and Marathi. Hindi is the most spoken, used by about 40% of the population, roughly 550 million people. But that leaves 60% speaking other languages, like Tamil in the south, Urdu in the north, Bengali in the east, or English in cities. Urdu, with over 50 million speakers, is a literary giant, known for its poetry and Bollywood songs. Each language has its own script, literature, and traditions. Asking India to pick one language is like choosing one spice for all Indian food, impossible and unthinkable. To get why one language won't work, let's travel back in time. India's languages are woven into its history. Tamil, one of the oldest living languages, has literature from 300 BCE. Sanskrit, the root of Hindi and Marathi, gave us ancient texts like the Rig Veda. Urdu, born during Mughal rule, blends Persian, Arabic, and Indian influences, producing poets like Mirza Ghalib, whose works are still cherished. The British brought English in the 19th century for administration and education, making it a link language for elites. When India gained independence in 1947, the Constituent Assembly debated a national language but rejected one dominant tongue. Why? Each language, whether Tamil, Urdu, or English, is tied to regional identity, culture, and pride. Forcing one would have risked tearing the young nation apart. So, they embraced pluralism. Now, the politics and the risks. In the 1960s, the government pushed Hindi in non-Hindi states like Tamil Nadu, sparking the anti-Hindi agitations. People burned Hindi books and protested, fearing their Tamil identity was at stake. Urdu-speaking communities, especially in Uttar Pradesh and Hyderabad, also value their linguistic heritage deeply. If India forced one language like Hindi, the fallout would be massive. Non-Hindi states, Tamil Nadu, West Bengal, or Urdu-speaking regions, could see protests or even separatist demands as communities feel their identity is being erased. Education would suffer. Millions of kids, especially in rural areas, who speak Tamil, Urdu, or Bengali might struggle with a new language, increasing dropout rates and inequality. Cultural losses would hit hard. Urdu's ghazals, Tamil's ancient poetry, and regional film industries worth 100 billion Indian rupees like Tamil or Telugu cinema could decline. India's 50 million Urdu speakers, for instance, might lose their literary traditions. Politically, it'd fuel division in a country balancing diverse identities. Language's identity. Forcing one could fracture India's unity. So where do English and Urdu fit in, and what's the government doing? English is a powerhouse in India, spoken fluently by about 10% of the population, 125 million people, and understood by more. It's the language of tech, courts, higher education, and urban elites, acting as a neutral link language since it's not tied to one region. Urdu, with 50 million speakers, is a cultural gem, central to poetry, Bollywood lyrics, and communities in Uttar Pradesh, Hyderabad, and beyond. The government, however, has often pushed Hindi as a unifying language. The 1963 Official Languages Act made Hindi and English co-official for central government work, but with a goal to phase out English. This triggered backlash, especially in Tamil Nadu. More recently, the 2019 National Education Policy (NEP) proposed a 3-language formula: Hindi, English, and a regional language, but faced criticism from non-Hindi states like Tamil Nadu and Urdu-speaking communities who feared Hindi imposition. The government also promotes Hindi through campaigns like Hindi Diwas and mandating Hindi in official communications or exams like the UPSC. These efforts often spark resistance as Tamil, Urdu, and other speakers see their languages sidelined. The push for one language keeps hitting India's diversity wall. Let's talk logistics. Enforcing one language is a practical disaster. Over 50% of Indian students study in their mother tongue, be it Tamil, Urdu, or Bengali, in primary schools. Switching to one language would mean retraining millions of teachers and rewriting textbooks, costing billions in decades. Daily life runs on multilingualism. Train stations use Hindi, English, Urdu, and regional languages on signs. Bollywood thrives on Hindi and Urdu lyrics, but regional cinema, like Tamil or Telugu, generates 100 billion Indian rupees annually. English powers India's $200 billion IT industry. Forcing one language would disrupt education, economies, and communication. Imagine Urdu's poetic traditions or Tamil's film industry fading. It'd be a cultural tragedy. India's linguistic diversity is its superpower. Tamil poetry, Urdu ghazals, Bengali novels, Hindi films, and English tech hubs each add to India's global influence. The Constitution embraces this, recognizing 22 languages and letting states use their own for governance. This diversity fuels creativity, from Bollywood's Urdu-infused songs to Tamil cinema's global fans. Sure, managing so many languages is complex, but it's what makes India vibrant. Unity and diversity is the heart of India's identity. So India can't have one language because of its 1,600 languages, deep historical roots, political realities, and practical challenges. English and Urdu play huge roles, but the government's Hindi push keeps facing resistance. Forcing one language could spark unrest and erase treasures like Urdu poetry or Tamil literature. India's strength is its diversity. What do you think? Should India embrace its many languages? Drop your thoughts in the comments, smash that like button, and subscribe for more deep dives. See you next time.